Hi everyone, Louise here. Welcome to your Mindset Transformation Program. So today I'm going to be talking through how our mindset can really help us when working towards any goal, but in particular our fat loss goals. So what is being more mindful and mindfulness? Well, it just means about bringing our consciousness and awareness into the present moment. A lot of us are spending so much time thinking about events that have happened in the past, some traumatic events as well, and worries and anxieties about the future. And the problem with that is that the past has been and gone, the future hasn't happened, and we need to be more aware of how we're behaving and some of the programs we're operating from in order to make sure that we're living the best that we can in the present moment. So why is this important? Well, from the day that we were born, we've been watching, we have been listening, and we have been experiencing so many things through life that end up teaching our subconscious mind a set of programs, and we operate from these programs as we grow up, and we're not aware of some of these programs that we're operating from. The problem with these programs is that they don't necessarily serve us well today. So a good way of looking at maybe some of the programs that you have instilled in your subconscious mind is to have a look at your life and see what's going well. So things that are going well, you probably have a really good program that supports that behaviour. If the things that you look around you and think, well, that's not going so well, or I really struggle with that, I never achieve that, or I never stick to that, then it's likely that you just simply haven't got a program that supports that behaviour or that goal that you're trying to work towards. So being mindful and more conscious and aware of the present moment means that you can start to unravel some of the subconscious programming that we're all operating from today. It will help you also to identify any limiting beliefs that you're not aware of and might be holding you back from achieving your goals. Now, as you work through the program, you will see that there are various exercises that help you to identify things that are really important to you, and that's really important because a lot of the time we might be caught up in thinking that we need to look a certain way or be a certain way in order to be accepted by society or liked by other people. And sometimes it's possible that our goals have become a little bit out of kilter because we're not trying to achieve a goal that's deep and meaningful to us, but actually we're trying to achieve a goal that we think is going to be important to somebody else in terms of how much they like us or how much society will accept us. So we also look at identifying limiting beliefs, and limiting beliefs normally occur because through past experience we have learned somewhere along the line that we're not good at something, or we have a viewpoint, a really negative viewpoint about ourselves, and that's normally from a past experience. So just as an example, somebody who says, I hate healthy food, I don't like exercise, or I never stick to anything. We can look at that limiting belief and maybe identify where that came from, and also change the limiting belief to something that's a little bit more positive. So for example, somebody who says, I don't like healthy food, can change that belief that they have about themselves and start saying to themselves, I'm open to trying new foods. I'm open to trying foods that are going to make me feel better about myself. So there are lots of things that we can do in terms of rewriting the program and thinking a bit more positively about some of the things that are holding us back. So another important reason why we are looking at mindset and how we need to be more mindful and more present in the here and now is because a lot of us are just operating from our subconscious mind. So I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about the subconscious mind. You can think of your brain as two brains. We have the subconscious mind and we have the conscious mind. And research shows us that we are spending 95% of our thinking in the subconscious mind. So we're operating on autopilot from this set of programs that doesn't necessarily serve us well today. We're only spending 5% in conscious awareness, and we can develop this and try to spend more time thinking more consciously and aware of some of the behaviours that we are displaying and the way that we are thinking. So over the coming weeks, on a daily basis, it's going to be really helpful to you if you can practice being more aware and bringing yourself more and more into the present moment and just reflecting on how you were thinking, how does that make you feel, and how does that impact some of the behaviours that you are trying to change. Does it support your behaviour or does it negatively impact the behaviour that you are trying to change? Now, our thoughts are really important because the research shows us that the way we think creates a feeling in the body, and that feeling creates a hormonal response. So if you are thinking about past traumatic events or worries and anxieties in the future, then that's going to cause a bad feeling, and that bad feeling causes a release of the hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is our stress hormone. You'll hear me talk about it lots and lots over the course of the program, but the problem with cortisol is that when we are in a chronically elevated, stressed state, so for example, if we're continually thinking in a negative way or thinking about bad things and causing these bad feelings, then that puts our body into fat storing mode. So this is something that we really can undo and start to think more positively, but we first need to be more aware of some of the things that we are thinking about in the first place. So once you start to become a little bit more aware of some of the things that you're saying to yourself on a daily basis, I'd like you to see if you can track back a little bit and, give some thought to why you think that way. Is it from a past experience? And you need to go back, revisit that experience and just see if you can make sense of it now with a more mature mind who's got so much more experience. I know that for me, there were certain things that had stuck with me and I'd carried through from childhood, and I've had to do some work to undo that. So it is, some things are quite painful to revisit, but what you get at the end of that when you come through is absolutely priceless, and it's so worth it to make that time to really dig down and find out what it is that could be holding you back, because once you've done that, you're free then to move on and have the life that you want to lead. So being more mindful is going to help you to move closer to the life that you want to lead. The women that have embraced this program, done all of the exercises, have seen absolutely transformational results, not just in their fat loss, but also in other areas of their life. This is a really useful tool, and I promise you, if you go through the program, you will get some benefit from this that's going to help you in all areas of your life. Now, there's so many ways that we can be more mindful, and I have suggested to you that on a daily basis, as much as you can, just start to create some more awareness of how you are thinking and how you're feeling, and just trying to link that to behaviours or certain limiting beliefs that you might have had in the past. Remember, we are operating 95% of the time from our subconscious mind. That means we are operating from programs that have been instilled from the day that we were born, and we are subconsciously just going through life operating from these programs, and these programs don't necessarily serve the goals that we are trying to achieve. So we can rewrite the program, but we need to be aware of it first. There are lots of ways that we can practice being more mindful, such as deep breathing exercises, meditation, going for walks in nature, and just really looking at our surroundings, enjoying the view, watching the trees, the leaves rustling in the trees, and listening to the birds singing. All of these things bring us into the present moment. There are some forms of yoga as well, which are really good for bringing us into the present moment and being more mindful. So I hope that's given you some ideas and also just demonstrated to you just how important it is that we are being more mindful. This is all going to help us to improve our mindset so that we can be maximising our success when we're working towards achieving those goals. That's it from me for today. Bye for now.